So yes, I'm 29 years of age, and I'm now sort of planning my 30th birthday, which Bob wanted to give me, and my sister wanted to give me, and of course a few of my friends. And I was freaking out about turning 30. I was old at 30. I didn't want to turn 30. But as it went along, I was planning this birthday, but then with all the upheaval with my mother and the stress that we were going through, and Bob wasn't happy in his work because of his ex being there, and different things he was dealing with. He said, how do you feel about moving to New South Wales? But he said, it gets really cold there, it snows. I went, oh, I'd love to see the snow, but I like the cold. But we'd started planning then to move to New South Wales, and then all more hell broke loose from doing that. Then my sister and my mother carried on even further, because I always supported them financially. I was always there to help them. I was always there for my sister and her kids. I paid for the kids' teeth to be fixed and different things. So they were losing their security blanket in me, so they weren't happy. And on the day that we actually officially left the property, she shoved a loaded, ready to fire, cock shotgun in my husband's face. And I never spoke to her after that. That was it. I cut off from her. I didn't need people like that in my life. It took a lot of organising to get ready to move to New South Wales. I had 4 horses, I had a dog, a cat, and a house full of furniture, and of course my daughter. I had a car, Bob had his car. And to be able to take the horses over the border, you have to have them sprayed 3 days before they go, because of ticks, and then you have to stop on the border and get them resprayed again. 2 of the horses had to leave in Gatton. I adjusted them out with a friend for a little while because I had the horse float and I only could take 2 horses down at the time. So the horse float was fully loaded with both horses, big horses, plus fully loaded with rugs and saddles and everything. The back of my car, the boot of my car was all full of clothes and things. I had my daughter in there. I had a dog. Oh, that's right. Bob had a dog too, a Kelpie. It was in his car. His ute was full, and I got a furniture removalist in to take the furniture down that was we were taking down there. So it was a huge, big thing, but we got there. So as it turned out, I was too busy organising to move to New South Wales to worry about my birthday. So I cancelled everything that we had planned. And as it turned out, we actually drove to New South Wales on my birthday. So we left the night before, and then we drove through the night and the next day. And that next day just happened to be my birthday, so I forgot all about the stress of turning 30, in which was kind of a blessing really, because I was really stressed out about it. And now we're on the road, heading to New South Wales for a whole new adventure and a whole new chapter in life. Here we go again. When we first arrived in New South Wales, Bob's mother had made me a lovely birthday cake, and yes, they gave me a bit of a birthday. But we were so tired, I just laid down on the floor and went to sleep because we'd driven all night and all day. And then we stayed there that night, and then Bob and I jumped back in the car with the horse float because I had to get the horse float back up to Brisbane. Because I'd actually only borrowed it to take it down. So we drove straight back, another 15 hours, back to Brisbane, dropped the float off, and turned around and went straight back to Millthorpe. So we were sort of gone 2 days. My daughter stayed down there with his parents. because they were really lovely, always really lovely, his parents. I did love them dearly. And when we got back, it was time to start our life.